Good afternoon. I'm Pedazo Jimenez, United States Navy, and today we're going to talk about not. It's not going to be Navy related today. We're going to talk about developing your skills. Now, uh, there are different schools of train of thoughts regarding what skills are you going to develop. Um, some people argue that you should be developing your weaknesses to match your strengths. Others say that forget about your weaknesses, you should be developing only your strengths. Uh, I think there is a certain level that you have to match. Um, like, for instance, I'll put myself as an example. One of my main weaknesses is the domain of the English language, as you can tell, right? Because English is not my primary language. Then again, uh, I do not plan on becoming a writer. So, how much of the English language do I really need to master? My argument is that you should be developing your skills or your weaknesses up to a point that you can start developing your strengths. So, putting myself as an example, I know enough English for me to develop my technical savviness or develop my human interaction relationships. But again, enough for me to get the message out. And that should be the same mindset that I think people should have, right? You should be developing your 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 weaknesses to match and have enough of a platform for you to develop your strengths. So, what are your strengths? And that will be something we call it a gap analysis. That will be something that you have to try to figure out yourself. Um, and you will find your strengths and people on stuff that you do on a daily basis. You might know or you might not know how these strengths are being developed. But whenever you are bettering yourself, try to learn what strengths are you developing. So, but you also have to see how are you going to develop those strengths. Meaning, let's say that I found myself to be better at social interaction, right? And thus, I want to approach, and I will not put a Navy example, a military example. I'll say that I want to be a great psychologist because I figure that I can be a great psychologist. What do I need to become a great psychologist? Well, you start checking what skills do you have, what is required for that specific certification or whatever it is, and then what education I need to get to become a psychologist, and approach it in a way that is the most uh, cost-effective way. Because not only you should be developing those skills, but you should also be developing those skills in a manner that is better for you, that you can get the most out of. So, back to the example of the psychology degree. Let's say that you want to have that psychology degree, right? And you're shopping for schools and you figure out that you need to have a degree to be a psychologist. So you're shopping around for schools and you found that the top tier engineering school in the United States, that is 3 times the cost of any other school, has a psychology program. It's not the best program, but sure, the school is widely recognized as one of the top best schools in engineering. And you're comparing that to another school that has a top tier psychology program, but maybe the school is not as recognized as this top engineering school. You will have to figure out what will be better for you. Do you want to have the top education level, or do you want to have the name of the engineering school in your diploma? I will argue that you would better have you're better off having the top educational level, right? This kind of train of thought is also seen in the IT world. Sometimes you can go and approach, for instance, in IT, you can approach, you have the computer sciences degree, but turns out that if you have these certifications, you are better off uh, whenever you're executing your job as an IT person, because you know have the CCNA you have, well, CompTIA, and all these certifications versus a computer sciences degree that didn't really provide you any certifications. So remember that the decisions you're making now to better yourself have also to match whatever you want to achieve. So my message for today: develop the skills that you're better at. Well, first off, develop your weaknesses to match, to give you enough of a platform to develop the skills that you are better at. And then whenever you're trying to develop those skills, try to find the resources that will put you ahead. Don't use the resources that you might think that will put you ahead, or others think that will put yourself ahead. Figure it out for yourself. Do your research and get those resources that you need to better yourself. And of course, do it in the cheapest, the most cost-effective way possible. Because what's the point of you achieving that degree if the cost for you to getting it was too much? Right? Have a nice day. I will see you around tomorrow. Bye.